Hey guys, so today I'm going to be talking about a couple of medications that you can take instead of heroin. So if you're a heroin addict and you want to get off heroin or you want to just change your life completely, these medications will help you do that. And I'll tell you the truth, I've tried each and every one of them. Except there's one that I will talk to you guys about that I've never tried, but I don't want to try. But you can if you need to, if you're that type of person that needs to. Okay, so the first one I'm going to talk about is Suboxone. Suboxone is generally used for withdrawal symptoms. So basic withdrawal symptoms like sweating, puking, not like nausea, hot and cold sweats, agitation, irritation, all that fun stuff. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So that will literally, the only problem with that one though is you have to quite literally not be on any other opiates. So you have to be clean off opiates for 3 days or more. Because if you are on an opiate, you'll go into, oh crap, I can't remember what it's called. Precipitated withdrawal. That's what you'll go into. So, and when I say this, I mean it's the worst withdrawal you could ever think of. It's like your withdrawal you go through every day times 10. And there's nothing that can fix it. You can't take any opiate to fix it. Once you're in withdrawal, you're screwed. So you got to be really careful with that one. But usually doctors won't prescribe that one, or pharmacies won't give that to you unless they know you've been off heroin or any type of opiate for a long time. So 3 days or more. I know it sounds like a lot to do, and it can be, but 3 days is really not that bad. The third day is usually the worst, and at that point, they're ready to give it to you. So they'll probably start you off at 2 milligrams, and they'll give you 2 of those, or they may actually start you off at 8, but I'm not the doctor, so I don't know. Oh, and by the way, before I forget, I am not a doctor. Do not take my advice, okay? I'm just giving you informative information, so to help you out in your daily life, all right? So up next is methadone. Methadone is kind of complex in a way. It is basically like heroin, exactly to the T. It makes you nod off if you have too much of it. You can't drive on it. Sometimes you can't even function on it, to be quite honest. I forgot to tell you guys my experience on Suboxone. Oh crap. Well, I'll tell you my experience quickly. At the end, right? I'm not gonna tell you right now, but I'll tell you my experience and what's going on with me at the end. Okay, so methadone is extremely potent. If someone else takes the methadone that you are prescribed, they will die. And I'm not joking because it's so strong. It's like stronger than some heroin out there. So, I mean, some people get prescribed a lot. I was at 250 milligrams at one point, and that I was like 90 pounds when I was taking that. So all day, every day, I was nodding off. I was literally nodding off in my soup when I was trying to eat at a restaurant with my husband. And he had to literally tell the waiter, my wife is narcoleptic, just to save face. So, I mean, it's has some good things and bad things. If you want to still get high and you want to go off heroin, then methadone will be for you, because it will definitely get you high still. But it helps with pain like 100%, and it's good if you want to be on something for long term, because once you get on methadone, it's very hard to get off. Like it took me about a year to get off methadone when I was on methadone. And I was on methadone for about 2 years, and it took me a long time to get off of it, and it was very hard, and the withdrawals were awful. And I just remember thinking, what was worse, the heroin withdrawal or the methadone withdrawal? And I would say the methadone withdrawal was worse than the heroin withdrawal. So just keep that in mind. But I mean, if you're a long-term user and you have like chronic pain and you're gonna need this for the rest of your life, then go on it, because honestly, there's nothing to lose if you go on it. However, there are side effects with it, because it is in a dosage form of a drink. You drink it with juice. It actually tears your enamel down and can rot your teeth and stuff like that. So can Suboxone actually, because it dissolves in your mouth and it's a pill. But just, yeah, keep those things in mind when you are thinking of going on that, because there are side effects with everything, right? Okay, the third one I'm going to talk about is Kadian. So Kadian is basically your average morphine. It's not hydromorphines, they're morphines. and they're like 300, 600, like stuff like that. And I was on 600 at one point. And it worked well for me. Like, it helped with my pain because I have chronic back pain. I fell 3 stories from a building and broke my back, my ribs, all that fun stuff. So I mean, it helped definitely with that. That's one thing I need. I need pain relief, so that's why I'm on a certain medication, which I'll tell you about in a bit. But Cadians are good if you, like I said, want to be on it long term, because unfortunately with Cadians, there's no carries. I don't know if you guys know what carries are, but you should know what carries are if you are on this channel. Carries are essentially, they give you your medication to take home, or they give you like a large supply of it to take home, so you don't have to go into the pharmacy every day to take your dose. So for instance, like, you could maybe be given a carries for 2 weeks. So that's, you have medication for 2 weeks. But with Cadian, they don't do that because people have been using their Cadians and selling them on the streets because it's morphine in a pill that you get in a pill. But what they do at the pharmacy is they take the pill and they take it apart, and there's little bees inside the pill. They put it in applesauce and then you eat it because they don't want people like cheeking it and then selling on the streets, right? So that's why they don't do carries. So if you want to get carries on that one, there's no way you're ever going to get it because they don't trust anyone with it because people already screwed that up for everyone else. So yeah, that one's a no-go, but it's good for pain. It doesn't really make you nod off. It depends how much you're on though, right? Like anything. But I didn't nod off, and I was at 600 and I was like 120 pounds. And it worked well for me. And don't ask me why I stopped. That was the stupidest decision I ever made. But I did stop. So, I mean, it's possible. And honestly, the withdrawals weren't that bad at all. I just weaned out myself off slowly. And yeah. So Cadian's good. But anyways, so oh yeah, the last one I want to talk to you guys, second last one actually, is that this one is the one I haven't tried. It basically is an injectable form of heroin, essentially, but it's morphine. So you will go into the clinic twice a day or 3 times a day, I think it is. Yeah, so you go in the clinic 3 times a day, and you would get a shot of morphine in your arm, I believe. So like I said, I've never experienced this. I don't want to because I don't need that type of thing. It's too much to go down to the clinic 3 times a day. Like, that's crazy. But for some people it works. They need that much high heroin or whatever, opiates, right? So they get 3 shots a day. So they go at like 9, 12, and then 4 again. So I don't know too much about that one, but I know it is available to those people that are wanting to be on something that's a little bit more strong. Like, I mean, it's super strong. You're going to be feeling a lot better if you're dope sick, I'll tell you that much. But I've never experienced it. I haven't gone on it. I haven't wanted to because of what I'm on right now. And that's the last thing I'm going to talk to you guys about. There's a thing called Subucade. And basically it is Suboxone in the injectable form, which you inject in your stomach. I know that sounds really ouch and gross, but it's really not that bad. Like, they give you ice to ice your stomach and like all that stuff, so you don't have to worry about it hurting. I actually numb it pretty good. So that one is really good because it's slow release, and every day of the month, it lasts for a month. This is the most amazing thing. You don't have to go into the pharmacy every day with this one like you do with every other one, because literally it's a shot that lasts a month. So I don't have to see my doctor for a full month. I don't have to go see anyone at the pharmacy for a full month. It's perfect. And if you do dope on the side, you can actually do it. It still does work, but I wouldn't recommend it. You're supposed to be on these to stop doing dope, not to continue, right? So, like, oh, that's one thing I forgot to tell you guys with Suboxone. You can't do dope while you're on Suboxone, because if you do, you're not going to get high. You're just going to be wasting dope. So don't bother. But anyway, so with this last one, Subucade, I think that's how it's said, Subucade or Subucade. But yeah, anyways, it's the best medication I've ever been on because it lasts a full month. I don't have to go in the pesky doctors or the pharmacy every day. I had to for years and years and years just to get my dose. I didn't have to get carries, and like, carries are awesome, but I mean, how often do you get them? How clean is your urine usually? Unless you're a person that doesn't do any other drugs, then you're not going to get caries. You have to have clean drug tests and be good to go on caries. And that's another thing I forgot to tell you guys. But yeah, so this one's good. They only drug test you like once a month, I think, or once every couple of months. Just check in on you. But really, it's ultimately up to you if you use or you don't use and how well you do with that, because no one's going to check on you because you're all on your lonesome now for this month that you've taken a shot, because everyone knows you're good. You don't need to take anything else. So it helps with pain. It's a big pain reliever. I wouldn't say it's the best pain reliever, but it's okay. Like, sometimes it helps me, sometimes it doesn't. That's the only thing I don't like about it. It's not as strong as I'd like it to be, but it is what it is, right? What can I do? Just be grateful I'm on the medication, right? And if you are on Alberta Works or you're on some government program, I believe it is covered, just like all the other medications are covered. This one actually wasn't covered for like a full year. It was like $5,000 or sorry, $1,000 to get one injection each time. I was like, that's insane. I can't afford that. But now it's all covered, so you can definitely take that. But like I said, it's like the other Suboxone. You got to be off opiates for like at least 3 days, because you're gonna go into that withdrawal stage I was telling you about, and it ain't fun. It's really awful. It'll be the worst thing you ever go through, and then you'll want to get off dope forever. All right. Well, I hope my oh, I can't even talk today. I hope my channel was informative today. I'm gonna keep putting up different stuff every day, health stuff, beauty stuff. I'm gonna do some other beauty tips and tricks, stuff like that tomorrow. And yeah, I'll do a review tomorrow too, I think, but we're not talking about tomorrow. So yeah, I hope you guys have a great day. Consciousness here. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, do what you do, and have a great day. Okay, bye guys. Peace, love, and harmony.